Happy Monday. Hope everyone is having a great week. Wanted to come through after the weekend and give you guys some updates on the Shanquella Robinson case. I know over the weekend a lot has unfolded. There has been another tape that the authorities have obtained for the evidentiary review of the Shanquella Robinson case. And with this other video, there is rumblings that Elise was somewhat trying to intervene, at least verbally, to stop the fight. But also, there is more on the tape about Winter and Dejanay, their role, their interaction, and ultimately what led to the fatal blow with Miss Shanquella. Well, also, we had a medical doctor giving a medical analysis of the mechanism of injury because this is important for prosecutors who delivered that fatal blow because they may want to amplify charges because after someone is injured, you've clearly won, quote unquote, quote, the fight or attack, and you continue to go overboard. There's room for prosecutors to amplify the charges. So all of this matters each blow. So without further ado, guys, I definitely want to give you all a medical perspective. I know we've been looking at it from a more of a legal perspective, more of a social media perspective, and also looking at it from a forensics analysis perspective. But without further ado, I wanted to make sure I give you some medical insight also into how this fight medically affected Shanquella during her last moments and what her body physically was going through during the process.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beatty, aka your medical bestie. I am from North Carolina and graduated from Winston-Salem State University, so the Shanquella Robinson case hits very close to home. I see a lot of information and misinformation out here on social media that says that the autopsy report and the police report contradict themselves in the cause of her death. But I want to give you a perspective from the medical lens and show you how actually these reports give a more clear and precise understanding of her death and what led up to her death. So the autopsy report was the first thing released, and the official cause of death was subluxation of her cervical vertebra and spinal cord injury. So that means her bones of her neck were fractured and her spinal cord, the nerves that run through that column of neck bones, was damaged as well. When the cervical vertebra is fractured in a patient, that leads to the spinal cord nerves not being protected. The spinal cord nerves are so important because they give you connection from our central nervous system, our brain stem, to the rest of the body. Usually when someone has a cervical bone fracture, you are supposed to stabilize and immobilize the neck so that they aren't moving their neck left and right, up and down. Because if they do move their neck more, they can further damage the spinal cord, those nerves that are so essential to the functioning of our body. This did not happen in Shanquella Robinson's case. So the timeline comes out. It shows that the physician was called. The physician came out. She was altered a little bit mentally, but her vital signs were stable. The physician asked for the friends to take her to the hospital. They declined. Several hours go by and she declines even more. She declines to the point where they have to call another physician out. And at that time, when the physician comes, Shanquella Robinson has gone into cardiopulmonary arrest. Her heart's not beating. She's not breathing. They have to give her CPR in order to help revive her. But this does not work. So she ultimately dies. And again, this could have been due to her initial injuries. If you fracture the cervical vertebra and damage the spinal cord high up enough, you can stop someone from breathing and someone's heart from beating in the proper way. So this story is clear to me, but I want to...
Okay, part
So, guys, there we have it, a medical expert from North Carolina weighing in on the mechanism of injury and further highlighting how when one is injured with when their spinal cord is vulnerable, it's not able to do its bodily functions and protect itself, and you're more susceptible to other injuries and also the pain and the trauma from the injury to that spinal cord region after it's already been damaged by way, in this case, of a fight, can ultimately lead to cardiac arrest or a heart attack. So they basically, the level of brutality when you are attacking someone in this manner can lead to a heart attack. And that is explaining a lot more within the autopsy and the police report. So this level of brutality wasn't just the spinal cord luxation, but the cardiac arrest, beating someone essentially until their heart pounds to the point of a heart attack. So Shanquella's last moments were with people who she thought were her friends attacking her. While she was unclothed, they all took their turn and had their way with her, be that fighting or whatever else happened in the room that we're not aware of. They came back and broke bread with the family. They lied to authorities in Mexico. They lied to medical officials in Mexico. They lied to friends and family in the United States about what happened to Shanquella. And now we have a medical doctor further explaining those final moments. So, in addition to spinal cord pain, which is severe neurological pain, but also cardiac arrest, a heart attack, beating so brutal that it leads to a heart attack. So, Justice for Shanquella, please, could you please weigh in? Let me know what you think about the medical physician's expert opinion on how brutal beatings can lead to cardiac arrest and analyzing the mechanism of injury in this case as we continue to fight for justice for Shanquella. And y'all know what? We're going to go out with some tunes because it's only appropriate. And I added the law for Mexico, Article 325, femicide, if anyone wants to further research it. Thank y'all so much. Hit the like button, join, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for more updates for Cabo and Calabasas. Love y'all, Kourt Chronicles.
I've been down so long, it look like up to me. They look up to me. I got fake people showing fake love to me, straight up to my face. Straight up to my face. I've been down so long, it look like up to me. They look up to me. I got fake people showing fake love to me, straight up to my face. Straight up to my face. Something ain't right when we talking. Something ain't right when we talking. And look like you hiding your problems. Really, you never was solving. No, you can't sun me. You will never get to run me. Just know when I gotta reach, I reach back like 1-3, like 1-3, yeah. That's when they smile in my face. Whole time they wanna take my place. Whole time they wanna take my place. Whole time they wanna take my place. Yeah, I know they wanna take my place. I can tell that love is fake, yeah. I don't trust the words you say. How you wanna click up after your mistakes? Look you in the face and it's just not the same. I've been down so long, it look like up to me. They look up to me. I got fake people showing fake love to me, straight up to my face. Straight up to my face. I've been down so long, it look like up to me. They look up to me. I got fake people showing fake love to me, straight up to my face. Straight up to my face. Straight up to my face, trying to play it safe. Vibe switch like 9 day. I can see it like right away. I came up, you changed up. I caught that whole play. Since things never been the same. That's when they smile in my face. Hold on, they wanna take my place. Hold on, they wanna take my place. Hold on, they